Welcome to NABOR's Allied and Affiliate Spotlight Show, the show that gives you tips and strategies, tools and resources to help you save time and money, streamline your daily tasks, grow your business, and help you become a more successful and advance your career. My name is Corey McCloskey, and I'm the president of NABOR and your host. And I'm here today with Bob Massanova of SWF Home Inspection and also Morgan Hila with Woods, Weidenmiller, Michetti, and Rudnick. So, Bob, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about SWF Home Inspection.
Hello, everyone. Oh, as I said, I'm Bob Massanova. I'm the owner and founder of SWF Home Inspections. As of February, we'll be in business for 19 years. I have 12 inspectors, 22 people that work for us totally, and we inspect from Tampa all the way down to Marco Island. And we've just been growing rapidly lately. As you know, business is crazy. We are going further into new areas, new territories, because realtors are now expanding their horizons and going into new areas. So we follow where they go. So that's basically what we're doing right now, is basically a big growth period.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob. Morgan, I'm going to ask you the same question. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Morgan Hila. I'm an attorney here at Woods, Weidenmiller, Michetti, and Rudnick. I focus primarily in real estate, commercial, and residential. We're a law firm here. We have about 6 real estate attorneys, plus a huge team of processors and paralegals that work on files. I've also been a member of NABOR and the YPN committee at NABOR for quite a few years. So I'm just really excited to be here, and thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Well, thank you. So, Bob, I'm going to ask you the first question. What's the number one question you get asked these days?
Believe it or not, it's in, you would not think it's a big issue, but it's radon. We are getting a lot of people coming from up north where they have sold their homes and had radon tests and how to put radon mitigation systems in. So when they come back, they come down here. First thing they ask for is, do we want a radon test? So that is one of the big questions we're getting now.
Oh my goodness, that must be scary, huh? At least to some people might be scary, huh?
To some, it's not a big thing. It only causes lung cancer, so it's not too bad.
I hear you. Well, thank you for that. Morgan, I'm going to ask you the same thing. So what's the number one question you get asked these days?
I could not tell you the number one question, but I could tell you that questions are the bread and butter of what I get every single day. Questions late at night, questions early in the morning. We mainly get questions like, can we move up closing? Or if the parties agree, can we, close sooner? What am I waiting? Those sort of things. So we get a lot of questions depending on just kind of how things are going. Sometimes people will want to stay in their homes longer. I know things have been really busy now. So one of the questions I see a lot are sellers maybe wanting to stay in their property until, after the holidays, but to close early and do a post-closing occupancy. I've been seeing some of that. So it really depends on like what's going on in the market, what the current thing is. But all my phone does is ring with questions all day long, mainly legal in nature.
Oh, wonderful. So, Bob, I'm actually going to ask you a different question. So, thinking about all the options as far as inspectors here in Southwest Florida, what sets you at SWF Home Inspection apart from the rest?
Well, the biggest thing is, and everybody always tries to say one call does it all. We are truly that company that does that. We do third-party termite inspections while we're there. We are hired by a termite company to be able to do that. And then we also do mold, radon, water loss detection for pools. We can tell within 15 minutes if a pool is losing 1/10,000th of an inch. We do sewer scopes. We have crawl bots. So if we have a small crawl space area, we can send a machine in to look underneath the home. So, spaces that we cannot get in. And then it's all the warranties and the amount of inspectors we have. So if you have a large home, we can send 3, 4, 5 guys to do that inspection to make sure that we usually stick around 2 hours.
Awesome. Good stuff. So Morgan, same question to you.
What was the question again?
No worries, no worries. And actually now I even forgot the question. So
I
all
was
right,
listening
Bob.
to his answer. It was really good.
What sets you apart from other companies?
Awesome. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you,
Perfect
Bob.
layup.
I would say what sets us apart, or me apart, all of us, is that we're really responsive. Any time of day or night. The nature of real estate is just that it's all 24/7, right? So you have clients asking questions in the middle of the night, something comes up and you need it taken care of right away. So for me, it's being able to answer, respond either on the phone, via email, and get things back to clients as soon as possible. I feel like a real estate transaction is the biggest transaction for most people of their entire life. And so things that may seem like dire circumstances to them is something that I've seen a million times before and can easily come up with a solution to the problem or something creative. So I find that, being really responsive, being readily available and able to take care of things, get them resolved as quickly as possible is what I feel would set us apart. I know that all of the attorneys here were always by our phones. We always have our cell phones on us. If somebody calls me on the weekend, I get the voicemail, I can get back to them and get them either their answer or their solution or anything like that. So I just really want to make sure that everybody's taken care of, and that, if somebody has a problem that comes up, they don't spend more than a few hours trying to worry about what the result could be. And instead we can just figure it out, get the result done, and keep moving towards closing.
Awesome. Good stuff. So, Bob, what else can you tell us that would be beneficial for NABOR members to know about you and the service you provide?
So one of the big things is that we care about Realtor Referrals. You guys are the most important partners in our business. And without you, we cannot progress or grow the way we are. So we want to make sure that if anything ever goes wrong, that we hear something, we actually contact you to make sure that you know about it so you can contact your referral. That is your customer. That is so important to us. So we always do follow-up. So like I said, we stay on top of you. And then the other thing too is we give you a buyer's gift after the inspection. We ask you when closing is. So you'll get an email that says, would you like a couple mugs, a cutting board, a bottle of wine, or a slate plate? And it'll have a picture of the house and have your photo logo, and it'll say your name helped them buy their home. And we give that to you for them for closing. So that way there, your referral is always in front of you.
Thank you, Bob. How about you, Morgan? Anything else that you want to make sure NABOR members know about working with you at Woods, Weidenmiller, Michetti, and Rudnick?
I would just want them to know that I'm here for them. I know that I run into a lot of scenarios where I have realtors that have sort of complex problems, things that come up, and there's 5 different things happening at once, and they need to come up with an addendum or an amendment to the contracts to get everyone to sign and move towards closing. And they're not really sure how to encompass all of these things. That's what we're here for. We take care of those legal things. We take care of any legal issues that arise. We make sure that your customers are protected through the whole entire process. One of the things that I see sometimes is, somebody will have a client that maybe is closing with another company, that a legal issue arises, and now they have to go ahead and reach out to our firm and have us handle that, halfway through the process or things like that. When we work on a transaction from the start, we make sure, 1, that those problems don't arise, and 2, if they do arise, we make sure that they're taken care of right away and that they don't create any sort of hindrance moving towards closing for clients. I find that with realtors, it's really great to be able to be there for them, but also to be able to get them a solution quick, easy, and get things going, because I know that especially right now, the nature of transactions is just making sure that things are going smoothly towards closing, that everyone's happy, sellers are happy, and buyers are able to purchase their property and get in there as soon as possible.
Awesome. Great stuff. So actually, Morgan, I'm going to throw this one to you. This is a curveball. Are you ready?
I guess.
What do you like most about being a member of NABOR?
Oh, I love, let's see, that was not a curveball at all.
Oh, okay.
I really love being a member of NABOR, and I also love YPN. And one of the things that I love about the YPN committee is everybody who's on it with me. I feel like when we have meetings, they're great. Everybody works together. When we have events, they're so fun. We always get to meet new people, and we do things fairly often. So sometimes if you can't make it to one event, which sometimes I can't with my schedule, I'll know that there's one coming around the corner, or maybe, if there's something that's at a certain time. We always try to have variety in the times and the schedule of events so that there's something for everyone. But you know what? I really like all the people that I've met. I like all of the friends that I've made. And I'm actually excited. I'll be on YPN again next year. So I'm really excited for that. We have that coming up. So just really getting to interact with everybody. There have been a lot of very fun things that I've attended either at NABOR or a NABOR event somewhere else. So I feel lucky to be a part of the community. I feel lucky to be able to contribute. And I'm lucky to meet all of the people that I did meet, and especially the people who are on the committee with me, who have been there same as me for a few years, and they're really great people. So I guess the people, that's my roundabout answer. The real curveball.
Oh, that's awesome. So Bob, this one's to you. What do you like most about being a member of NABOR?
So the biggest thing for me is we joined NABOR it's been about 2 years now. And I am a big member of Women's Council of Realtors, and being around those realtors, and especially around Christine Citrano when she was the president, she talked me into joining the board because she felt that I had a lot to offer them after she learned what our company was all about. So yes, I'm a big member, supporter of Women's Council of Realtors. I was a supporter of CRS. I also am a Golden R President Circle of RPAC, one of the only affiliates in the nation doing that. So I just want to be able to teach other people what our industry is truly about, how it's changing, how we can teach realtors to keep up with the changing industry every day.
Very true. That's very important to stay up though. So I think that's wonderful. Wonderful, Bob. Last question, Morgan. So without giving any names away, do you have a recent story or scenario where you would like to share with us, where you kind of went above and beyond or helped a potential customer get a deal closed?
Well, I have to say, I feel like it's almost weekly that we have these things.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say, but in the nature of being a real estate attorney, it's sort of like the problems come and they get solved. But I would say most of the time, the things that I typically see with most of the transactions are things like inspection issues, helping realtors deal with that. We have also seen things like survey objections, where we've had issues with surveys and we've resolved those pretty quickly. So right now, because we're so busy and all the other vendors are sort of bogged down as well, just trying to get things done timely is really important, and just being really on top of every single transaction. So, right now we're just dealing with such a crazy, amazing, market and a busy time, especially going right back into season now, which it feels like it's been season for a few years. But just making sure that things get done quickly, timely, and resolving them. But yes, I have had some complex things happen, but I can't really say. But it's been really interesting, and it's actually been really fun being so busy, and honestly talking to so many people and so many issues coming up that it's fairly easy to just take care of the things. But it's been really fun the past few years. A great ride.
Absolutely. You got that right. So Bob, over to you. Do you have any stories that you can think of off the top of your head that you would want to change the names to save the person?
No, but the biggest thing about it is for us is once we do the inspection, 15 days, 45 days go by, somebody moves in and all of a sudden something doesn't work.
Right.
And they all come to us and go, well, how did you miss that 45 days ago? And it's not that we missed it. It's just, it broke. Luckily, we have warranties to help cover that. But we have, and I have in the past, replaced a roof on a house because my inspector missed it.
Wow.
So one of the biggest things I can tell you about our company is we stand behind what we do. If I go out there and I deem that my inspector missed it, I will replace it.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, I want to give y'all some final thoughts if you have anything that you want to tell our neighbor members. So Morgan, I'll start with you. Any final thoughts, things that you want to get in?
Final thoughts are, I hope I see you at some NABOR events sometime soon. And please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Like I said, I'm always by my phone. I always get my emails. I have everything on me. So if you have any questions, if something arises that you need help, please feel free to reach out to me and I will do everything I can to help you. But I hope to meet all of you in person sometime soon. And I hope that you have a very happy Thanksgiving because it's soon. I don't know when this will come out, but I hope that you had a happy Thanksgiving if this comes out after Thanksgiving.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So Bob, over to you. Any final thoughts before we close out today?
So what I like to say is that, first of all, is thank you for allowing us to be on here today. We, as a home inspection company, care about you, your customers. We want to, as I said, we want to make sure that they come first and always stay in front of you. We're looking forward to being more active in the board. Looking forward to some in-person meetings. And also I'm looking forward to the trade show. I mean, we had a trade show 2 years ago and it was awesome. This way here you can come out and truly find out what we're all about and meet us and all the things that we do.
Awesome. Well, Bob Massanova of SWF Home Inspection and Morgan Hila of Woods, Weidenmiller, Michetti and Rudnick, thank you so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed getting to know both of you and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and good to see you all.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Take care.